We are now in session.
Oh boy, we got a special guest today. But before I begin introducing our next guest, I want to take a moment to thank everybody that's tuning in on our podcast. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Now in Session. I'm your boy, L.O. Kulaki. It's my boy Charles, my boy Toby, and my boy Silva today. If you haven't followed us yet, please like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, all social media platforms on Instagram, on Facebook. We love your support. Thank you so much for tuning back with us, okay? But man, Charles, who do we got today on the podcast?
Bro, like, I don't know how to give him his glory right now.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm going to let Silver introduce himself.
Yes.
Because from what he was telling us, like, I forgot to take notes on all the hats that he be wearing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to let Silver introduce himself because nobody can do it better than he can.
Hi, guys. I'm Silver, located in Fresno, California. I'm just a simple guy who helps in my community. That's it.
Okay, we're going to go with that.
I'm a simple guy.
But we're going
who
to
wears
pry.
a lot of hats.
He's being modest.
Yeah,
guys.
we're going to pry.
He's
We're
being
going to
modest.
let him bring it all out.
Yeah.
So who wants to start this? You want to start this?
No, first of all, also, you know, we have some drinks on our table too. One thing I've got to share.
Right.
We have a Sunfat Thai tea, so appreciate Sunfat sharing us some drinks with us, and you know, and supporting the work that we do here. So really appreciate that.
Now, is that new from Sunfat? Or
Oh,
is
yeah.
that,
It's
it is
the
new?
latest drink right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. Well, thank you,
So
Sunfat.
thank you, Sunfat. Appreciate
It's
it.
selling like crazy right now at the Asian store.
No
so
way.
I'm like, okay, I got to get these guys some drinks.
For sure.
Well, I'm going to have to try it out then.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little thirsty right now. So go ahead. Continue.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
you know, we brought Silver on because he's doing big things, making big moves in the Southeast Asian community, man. And he is everywhere, you know, and we kind of want to pick his brain a little bit and see, you know, how he got started in the industry that he's in.
Mm-hmm.
First off, you know, like, were you born here? Were you from here? Or
No, I was born in Thailand.
Thailand, okay.
Yeah, in the refugee camp, Ban Vinai.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So similar background story for coming over here then as refugees of from the war, right?
Yes.
Got you. When you got here, where did you land?
In Fresno.
In Fresno? You actually
I've
came
been
to
in
Fresno?
Yeah, been in Fresno all my life.
Wow.
How long ago was that?
We came here in 80, I would say 89.
89.
Yeah, I was about 8.
About 8.
So do you remember anything from Ban Vilay?
Ban Vinai, yes, a little bit. Like it's like kind of like a dream.
Really?
So we left the camp. I would say I'll probably be like 6. But you know, you don't remember much when you're 6. Do you remember when you were 6-year-old? Yeah,
I mean, somewhat.
like a dream.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like, oh yeah, I kind of remember. Oh yeah, that kind of happened.
Do you have
know?
like a memory that stands out from that time?
Dancing, playing in the rain, going to the cow farm with my grandpa, riding on cows
Wait,
no
they
way.
had that in the
in the camp.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So
What about the sleeping situation? I heard like back then a lot of people that were refugee, they were in kind of like
Like compartments.
apartments.
Yeah.
Was it
Not
apartments?
Compartments like
So
refugee huts.
yeah, like
yeah,
huts.
huts.
So I don't
Yeah.
remember anything of that, but I
Oh,
hear
got you.
stories
Got
of
you,
how
got you.
how this long
Yep.
building and they just session it into like different families, and you can hear everybody like cooking, screaming, and it's not really the kind of wall we have in these houses nowadays, but it's like straw walls, you know, like made out of straws. And,
now
or
for
bamboo.
you to be a true refugee? Show me your mark.
Oh, you got it right there.
Gotta have one.
We got to get it verified.
No, I got one too. That's why I got
Verification.
One too.
Yeah.
Verification.
Do you remember the plane coming over here?
Yes, I do.
You remember
Oh,
getting
I'm-
onto the plane?
No, I don't remember getting on the plane. I remember being in the plane, being very tired, eating. My mom made some of the, we call it gyoa, which is mochi. It's kind of like mochi bread or something like that, and then they wrap it in banana leaves. You see it at the Asian store.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember eating those constantly. Just
Were you like scared? You remember how it felt?
I don't remember much.
Gotcha.
But I remember being in the plane, sitting in the plane, looking over seeing like
waters.
all the water.
Yeah.
I've never seen the ocean until then, and it was like, wow, what is this?
Where
You
am
know,
I
it's
going?
yeah,
Yeah,
so much water.
yeah. Man, that's so crazy. You landed in Fresno, so you basically grew up in Fresno.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing how the city's changed. I mean, it was a small town back then, probably right in the late '80s, early '90s.
Yep.
Small town.
Were there a lot of Asians at the time?
No, there was a lot of Hmong because I only hang out with like Hmong and Lao people during that time. So I didn't know any other Asian
Got you.
until like I would say middle school, high school. But like as soon as we land, you don't really see anybody but white folks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, that's so crazy. Growing up in Fresno, what kind of influenced you to do what you're doing now? Is there anything in particular, any particular skill set that got you into doing what you're doing?
Okay, I'm gonna try to keep this short. Okay, so
No, don't keep it short. Bring it all.
I was, growing up, I was a nerd and very shy. So I'll show this to you guys, but I was born with 2 thumbs. Okay, so growing up as a kid during that time, people bully you a lot.
Right.
Yeah, and they'll call me like all kinds of names, like mutant. I remember like names, like really, really horrible names.
This is like, are people doing that, or is that
No,
like other people?
Other people and my
gotcha.
own people, and
Yeah.
everybody,
kids.
kids,
Yeah,
kids
all the
just being
kids.
kids,
yeah.
and they'll bully me.
Bunch
So
of bullies.
I didn't have a lot of friends, so I was very discouraged doing anything, talking to people. But I found some friends, like a lot of my Lao friends that I mentioned earlier, not on the podcast, but we were eating.
Yeah.
And these guys, like they didn't discriminate me, or they didn't see me any different, and they helped me kind of through elementary, middle school, and through high school.
Nice.
And during my junior year, one of the friends says, "Hey, why don't you run for the president of Hmong Club?" I said, "Me? I don't even talk. I don't even know how to talk to people. I'm so shy." So they're like, "Dude, we'll help you. We'll put a campaign together for you." I guess it started with a joke.
Yeah.
I got serious.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm excited now." So I ran for it, and I went in front of the whole club, and I made a speech like, what am I going to do if I become president of this club? And then I got the position. Everybody
Nice.
voted for me. So
Nice.
I started speaking then. I started like coming out, being more confident. Who cares what they think about me?
Yeah.
And then right after high school, I went to college, and I started this teppanyaki job. Teppanyaki is you really need to be confident.
Yeah.
Because you're cooking in front of people. They're paying a lot of money for their food.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to entertain them, and at the same time, their food better taste good. So it's not easy job.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
never
Yeah.
easy. People say it looks easy, but it's not. You got to train yourself. You got to cook in front of people, and you just got to be confident. And that built a lot of confidence. And one day, one of my buddies said, "Hey, you're very talkative. Why don't you try the radio?" So I said, "Hmong radio?" Like, yeah, they're looking for somebody. So I walked in, and they talked. The supervisor talked to me, and he's like, "Dude, I like your personality. Why don't you come in tomorrow? We're gonna sit you in, and then you're gonna talk." And I came in the next day, put the mic on me. I'm like, All I hear is and the rest was history. Like my partner left a week right after that. She left the show, and it was just a solo show now. It's like, what am I gonna do? So I created this this whole show for myself, and creating a radio personality for myself.
Yeah.
And I built a lot of confidence then. And then people started hearing me on the radio. And then now all these event organizers says, "Hey, we really like your voice on the radio, your personality. Why don't you be an MC?" So they started inviting me, paying me to MC for all these concerts and shows. And then other ethnic like Thai and Lao, they start seeing me too. So they're like, "Hey, hey, Silver, why don't you? Why can we fly you out to Atlanta? Can we fly you to Florida, Minnesota, and host for?" I did Tishiro. I did Forgot what his name is. Film. He's a Thai artist, and now they're flying me all over the place. Now I have grown from being that shy kid to being on stage, being in front of cameras. Now here I am. So I was trying to keep it short, but there's so much more.
awesome.
Now is that something
a
that
lot of toolbox
Yeah.
along the way, man.
you kind of acquired that a confidence along the way? I mean, is that something that what would have been your pivotal moment? Was that moment that you became the president of that club, where you kind of like your life kind of took a different trajectory?
I think it was that time where my friend says, "Hey, we will support you." I guess they were just trying to like motivate
Encourage
me because this shy kid is always hiding behind these guys, you know. That kind of changed my life, and I want to thank all my friends for that, and they know who they are. Yeah, and every day I see them, I still give them a hug and say, "Hey, thank you for always protecting me." That little nerdy, skinny dude, always hiding behind you guys, and these guys are like people who, not say they run the street, but people you don't want to mess around with, you know, like during that time, you know. But yeah.
So, quick question on the Hmong radio. Do you speak English or in Hmong?
Monglish.
Monglish.
Okay. Mostly Hmong. I would say like 60 to 70% Hmong, and then like 30% English. When I started, I wanted to introduce English to the show.
Okay.
But because before me, it was a lot of just strictly Hmong, and if you don't speak Hmong, you get criticized by your listeners.
Yeah.
Really?
My first month, man, like these elders, they have no filters at all.
Oh yeah. OGs don't.
You'll say
care about
one thing
feelings.
on accident, like that it doesn't sound right or it's not pronounced right, you'll get a call right away.
Really? And they'll actually call?
Yeah, they'll call. And I'll pick up, and then once I go off air and then goes into commercial or putting on a song, they'll start yelling at me. No filters at
So,
all.
who's a bigger bully, the kids or OGs?
I would say,
Oh, jeez.
yeah, I would say the OG.
They learned it from somewhere, right?
What do you guys talk about on the like the Hmong radio?
So my show is from 4 to 6. It's called Gen X.
Gen X.
Yeah, the Gen X show, and we do dedication. We do like the hottest trend. We talk about the hottest song right now, what's happening in the Hmong community, what's happening within not just the Hmong community, but the whole world. Just kind of giving updates. Sometimes we have like special shows where we, like Mother's Day special, where like you can call and wish your mom a happy Mother's Day, or your girlfriend a happy birthday. Or like we'll send a message where like if you're too shy to say something to this person, you call us or you write to us, and then we'll announce your message to that person.
So
all kinds of stuff like that.
You guys get all kind of requests.
All kinds of requests.
What's the craziest one?
Now I have to think about that. There's a few crazy
Craziest
ones.
one.
There was one. Okay, don't get mad at me if you're listening to this. Okay?
Remember back in the days.
There's one. He was. I would say cheating. Yeah. So, and I knew this person.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
No names. No names.
Yeah, I knew this person. And he's like, "Hey, I need you to send a message to my girlfriend that this and this happened, and I won't be able to commit to our relationship and all that stuff." And he knows she listens to me all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that he's married, but
Yeah.
but you know, I mean, that I don't know if that is the craziest. But I've hear a lot of requests before. There's requests for like, can you drop off food at my house to this girl, or this girl says, "Hey, can you tell my husband that I'm making food? He needs to come home," or stuff like that.
What?
You know?
Or you like a DM for them?
I'm like the messenger.
Like the middleman.
I'm the messenger. Yeah, but it's fun. You know, people love listening to. These are real life stuff. These are real like everyday stuff. You know, and the Hmong elders they love listening to this show, because a lot of time when I come on is when they're at the farm and they're farming, and they're just putting on the turning on the radio and listening. Yeah, so
They could relate.
yeah,
To the
they can
stories.
relate.
Yeah.
To many stories. Yeah.
Right.
So, with you getting requested to go to all over the place, is that how you got connected with Sabari Fest?
No. So we did Hmong Music Festival. I don't know if you
Okay.
guys heard of that back in the 2010, 2011,
Here in
12.
Fresno?
Yeah, in Fresno.
Oh, damn.
You guys never heard of Hmong Music Festival?
No.
Come on, guys.
Bro, I mean, there's a lot of Hmong things that you guys do, and you guys do it at a high level. So we can't keep up with
Pretty
everything you guys
active.
do. You guys
Yeah,
are pretty active.
pretty
So
active.
Hmong
Yeah.
Music Festival is like a Sabaidi Fest.
Oh,
Okay.
But it's at a Hmong level.
Okay.
Within, it's just you cater to just your community.
Okay.
Yeah. And we did that for a couple of years, and I was the creative director, and I came from that background of just helping it run a festival.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, I've done many things too. I've done like I host my own car shows and stuff like that. I love organizing events.
Organizing,
yeah. And then one day, I never heard of Sabaidi Fest until my buddy Trey said, "Hey, you heard of this festival that's happening? This guy named Salong is looking for like some help and see if you can help with whatever you're good at." So he set up a meeting, and one of my buddy, I forgot his name. He also helped connected us to. Sorry, I forgot your. Totally forgot your name.
Yeah,
I just went brain fart right now.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
We're not. He's not allowed to say names. He didn't
Yeah.
forget.
Yeah.
He knew.
So
He knew.
what is your role at Sabaidi Fest? What is your role there now?
So when I came on, it was marketing. He's just the marketing
Yeah.
department helping Slong,
Yeah.
getting Sabaidi Fest out there.
For sure.
And then just this year, officially, they made me the marketing director.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Nice.
I originally I was just focusing more on how to get my Hmong community engaged.
Yeah. Yeah.
But moving forward, they moved me to as the marketing director
Yeah.
and to kind of oversee all the marketing stuff that's going on.
I mean, the Engage, you talked about it, man. Like the Hmong community showed out this last
Oh,
Sabaidi
yeah.
Fest.
Oh yeah.
I mean, even on our first, second day, we were there, supporting, and we looked at the audience. We're like, dude, this is dope, man. You know, and that's what I really love about the Hmong community, man. Like, you guys are so connected, support one another. You know what I mean? And that's where we're trying to highlight too. You know, like where do you see the next pivot, man? In like Hmong Lao community and all Asian community coming together and really, uplifting this movement.
I think Sabaidi Fest is it plays a role in helping it too, but we should not wait for Sabaidi Fest to happen
Yeah,
for
for
us
sure.
to do this. It can start with us sitting in this
Yeah,
table with
right.
these chairs together.
Yeah.
It could be influencer coming together and not worrying about just Hmong or Lao influencer, or it could be by business people,
Yes.
restaurants owner. Not just because you're Lao and I'm Hmong and we both own business doesn't mean we can have some friendly competition but at the same time we can share ideas.
Yeah.
It starts with everybody.
Yes.
Everybody needs to kind of like play their role in
Yes.
it too.
Yeah.
And of course, Sabaidi Fest, it kind of it's more public, so it looks like Sabaidi Fest is bringing
Right.
a lot of this together. But at the same time, Sabaidi Fest can lead the way, and all of us can kind of like
different battles.
Yeah.
remember to do that
Ourselves.
ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah. So
Kind of what you guys do with Yaya Fest,
Yeah.
where you guys are doing a different
Yeah.
festival, and that was a good turnout too, right? Because I missed it. I didn't get a chance to make it. So
Yeah.
how was that one?
Yeah. We planned. It only took us 3 months of planning.
Okay.
The CEO Trey, he had an idea a while back, so he booked the venue. I would say in like last year, and not really sure exactly what direction he wants to go. So he talked to me, and we had a like kind of like a chat of kind of like what we want to do, but we were stuck with running other events, and we were focusing too much on Sabaidi Fest tour during that time. It was during the tour,
Yeah.
so we're like, okay, let's hold on, let's get the tour done. Let's finish the tour and then let's launch it. And by the time we got the tour done, it was already like June, and then July came. So we're like, shoot, let's start planning. Let's start planning. So we were able to put it together. I think we had over almost 4,000 people showing up.
Man,
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of
That's
people.
nice.
We didn't want to have a like a one demographic, but we want to be able to reach out to like different demographic of culture, of ethnic. Could be like the Hispanic community, the other community. To say it that way. Yeah. And we wanted to bring the old school music back, so that was the idea.
I know. I missed it. I wanted to go. Was it New Flavor was there?
Yeah.
One Voice.
One Voice.
And there's one more that I wanted to see. Gosh, I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, I was like, man, I missed out.
Diverse.
Oh
lineup.
yeah, diverse. We want to be able to kind of bridge the old school, the legends, with the new school, with the new guys, the new artists.
Right.
Like just for example, next year, we're aiming for like maybe even like NSYNC or Backstreet Boys.
You can get NSYNC and Backstreet.
People, artists that has been in our generation for the last 20 years.
Boyz II Men.
Yeah, like Boyz II Men or Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Keith Sweat.
Imagine if we can do that. But these are ideas that we're working on. I'm not saying they're on the lineup, but I'm saying like, there's so many artists like 20 years ago that are still performing or hasn't performed for a while and waiting for this opportunity. So
they're pretty instrumental in us growing up, right? Like they're pretty much like show us like we grew up with them, and it kind of influenced how we think in a way.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Bro, when my girlfriend broke up with me, I was crying. I listened to Boyz II Men.
And NSYNC too, huh? How much work goes into something like this? 'Cause for a lot of people that's listening, they go to the festival, they're enjoying it, but they don't know the back end. How much work? Like how long of a planning usually do these stuff usually
3 months,
take?
Toby.
it should take at least a minimum of a year.
Wow.
At least. But because we had an experienced team,
Right.
It's every day, every night. Like we will plan all day, all night. We'll meet all night. We'll meet like we'll do like 3-4 hours Zoom time in different department.
Yeah.
Especially the position I'm in. I'm the festival director, so I'm in charge of like every meetings that we're in, most of the meetings that we're in, and just listening in to see what each department are planning and
updates.
It's all based on trust too. Trusting. Like, let's just say if I put you into the production and I put you into artists and I put you in marketing, you have your own meetings. Yeah. But at the same time, I want to be able to sit in and kind of listen to what you guys are planning and trusting that you guys can drive this bus forward. Yeah.
Because
there's a lot of meetings. There's a lot of planning.
There's a lot of work leading up to the event. Because like you said, over a year. And I remember during Spidey Fest, I did a quick 2-minute interview with you. And I think you were on like 14 hours of working from morning to night and barely no sleep.
No sleep.
Like, how is that? Like, talk a little bit about that.
I guess the adrenaline. So you don't feel it yet, but it's something. If it's something you love to do, it's not work. Right?
Yeah.
So that was. I would say it is tiring, but it's rewarding. You don't feel tired until the festival is over. Yeah. But you're also rewarded knowing that you helped put this together and help make history or something like this. Like especially Spidey Fest it's such a high scale. Like I mean, the first time ever. Yeah. Hmong and Lao people has put together something this big. Yeah. Besides just doing like. Lao community doing their own stuff and Hmong community doing their own stuff, but now we're coming together and now we're incorporating other ethnic, other communities like the Mien, the Thai. We're adding Cambodia this year, and moving forward, we're going to add all the other Southeast Asian. Yeah, and it's a lot of work though, and it's very tiring. But since you asked how it is, it's rewarding. Yeah. So
because. Like you said, Spidey Fest was the first ever of its kind for Southeast Asians. What was the best and worst thing that you've taken out of it? Like, what's the best part that you felt the most rewarding? And it's got to be a part where you're like, man, let's not do that ever again.
So I would say the best thing that I feel like seeing our team of different background, different walks of life, different ethnic culture coming together, sharing one vision, and putting something like this together. I think that's one of the best things. And at the same time, if we can do it, we see our audience, we see our event goers coming together and celebrating the same thing, listening to an artist that they have no idea what he or she is saying, but cheering her on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely.
And the same thing, that feeling is so like, wow, like I've listened. I growing up, I listened to a lot of loud music, but now I listen to even more. Like I don't care if I don't know what they're saying because the vibe is different. And it's been, mainstream has been doing that for a long time. K-pop, we have no idea what K-pop are saying, but we listen to them.
They sound good.
And look at BTS; they have one of the biggest fan base, right? Yeah. I bet you a lot of them don't know when they first listen to it, but they have to go listen. The vibe is there, the chemistry is there, the delivery of the message is there. And maybe later on they'll find out, okay, this is what the songs mean. But that wasn't the first how they fell in love with that.
Yeah.
So I guess that would be the rewarding part. The not rewarding part for me is I feel like I didn't get a chance to be in the crowd.
Yeah.
I wish I could be in the crowd and enjoy this festival that I helped put together. You know? Other than that, there is like small minor things, but I wish I can be at two places at the same time where I can sit in the crowd and just enjoy this festival that my team and I helped put together. Yeah, I mean, I truly see unity, and it's coming together. Bits and pieces, but it's coming together, and it's going to get stronger and stronger. And it's not just about this music festival, but it's about the community coming together. And community, it doesn't divide us by ethnic. It's community, it's all of us. It's how we are touched by one thing or one reason,
Yeah. I mean, I could kind of attest to all the stuff you just said because I never knew who David Yang was, and I don't understand Hmong.
Exactly.
And when I was out there, like when this Hmong rapper went up, I'm like, "Who's this guy? I don't know anything." And just the fact that the vibe was there, like the crowd got me hyped, and I was just jumping, yelling, repeating whatever he was saying. Exactly. I can't even repeat what the hell he said now because I don't know Hmong.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Man, this guy is dope."
Yeah.
It's the sound that he brought. He brought the vibe, like you were saying, and it's like we didn't understand, so we're just partying,
And then there was part where we were stuck in the backstage. Yeah. And then, like, I know my wife and her friends were out in the front, and they were, like, having a blast. And I come out, and they're like, I'm like, dude, I need to get on your guys' level, but I'm stuck over here. And I'm like, and then the second day, we actually got to enjoy everything. So you did kind of missed out being in the back.
I did.
That's for sure. Bad part, huh?
When
you're running it, you can't enjoy it.
You can't enjoy it unless my job is like security in the front or doing something in the front where I can actually get to watch it. But my job requires me to be in the back a lot and to make sure that everything. Because I'm in during the festival, I'm in charge of the whole media team, media, press, with all the interviews, anything that comes in and out. Through our through Sobriety Fest, we want to make sure that we deliver a good image for everybody to see. So my job is to make sure that our content is produced right and our interviews are well put together. Yeah.
You travel around so much, Silver. How do you manage your calendar and family time, man?
They ask me that all the time. So. I'm a stay-home dad. Yeah. I work from home a lot. But I do travel a lot. You are correct. I do travel a lot. I leave the house on a travel trip a minimum at least twice a month. Okay. But on a busy month would be like I would say about at least 4 to 6 times. Yeah. Like I fly out. So I try my best to spend a lot of time with my kids. I get to take them to school every morning. That's a good thing. Yeah. And when they come home, I get to do homework and hang out with them, and then send them off. And before I go on to all my Zoom meetings and everything, but I train my kids to sleep early, so at least I get to work. But it's hard to manage my time.
So you kind of work when they sleep, then, right?
Yeah,
like right when they're off, wherever you're still working through the nights and stuff.
Yeah. you'll see me up like posting something at 1:00 in the morning.
I do see
right?
that sometimes.
You're like,
Yeah,
when I'm
man,
asleep."
silver's still up. Yeah, and then at 6 in the morning, we're up already getting the kids ready. My wife, she's in the medical field, so she leaves at 6 in the morning. So 5:00 she's gone. So and then I got the kids, but every day off I get, I take my kids out. We we don't stay in Fresno. We like to head out to the beach. We want to make sure that our kids get to go somewhere all the time. So if you do see me traveling, it's either I get paid to travel, or I'm just taking my kids out.
Family. Yeah.
And a lot of time, like working with other companies, they have paid for me and my family to travel.
Nice.
We went on a 2-week in the Midwest summer trip, and it was all taken care of.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So for my whole family. It's just because the company that I worked for, and they wanted me to go out there and kind of scout and kind of see what's good, if it's worth it for them to be out there, and they'll cover everything. So.
Right, boys. That's our next level. We try and get to silver stage.
I know he just got to take us with him.
I know, right?
You guys are my kids. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
The package.
No, I follow all your messaging, man, and your conversations with your son, your posts, and it's very, very touching. And when I was watching the documentary about your father in Laos and Thailand, I was like, oh man, that's pretty dope. You went. Can you share a little bit with the audience? I'm sure if you guys are watching this, you guys get the opportunity to go on YouTube and check it out. But can you share a brief about that experience when you went back to meet with your bio father?
Yeah. Long story short, I'm trying to keep it shorter. So I'm not talking forever. Just so your show is not too long.
This is about you, bro.
This is about you.
We highlighting you, bro. This is silver.
I don't want your show to be like,
peak.
No, it's about you.
No, it's about you, man.
So a while back, I've been getting this message from this random girl.
Yeah.
And
Random girl?
Yeah,
Oh,
from
okay.
overseas, and she's like, "Hey, I'm your brother. You're my brother. I'm your sister, and we know who you are.
Oh, that sounds scary.
So I'm thinking like, these are scammers overseas, and they're probably trying to make you pay them or whatever.
Send money over.
So I never blocked her though for some reason, but I never answer. If I were to, I saw a few messages where I just said thank you, and then every Christmas she'll write to me and say, "Merry Christmas, brother," or birthday time. She's like, "Happy birthday, big brother." And then one day, she had a photo of me and my biological father, which is her dad, there, and she put it together. I have it on my social media, and she said, "Hey, that's your dad." So I'm like, "What?" This guy kind of looks like me. So I'm like, all right. So I got to show my mom. My mom's like, yeah, that's your dad. She kind of didn't want me to connect with him for a long time because I grew up with my dad that raised me, the Vane dad, right? So growing up, my mom remarried when I was very young. Me and my two brothers were very young, and all we know is just the Vane family. And my mom didn't want me to break that connection between me and the dad that raised me, And I guess that's why she never really introduced my biological father to me. And so I was curious. I showed it to my mom, showed it to all my family, and they're like, "Yeah, that's your dad." So I started writing to her now. I'm like, "Okay, all right, I'm writing to you now." So right after I got married in 2017, 2018, my wife and I, we planned a trip to go and surprise him. We found out what village he was staying at. So me and all my buddies, we flew out there and we surprised him. And you can see in the video, like we just pulled up to his house, and he was like, he has a storefront in the front of his house, in Thailand, and he was like sweeping or something like that. And they're like, "That's your dad. That's your dad." And I just came out of the van and hugged him, and that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to hug him.
Did he knew you?
Yeah,
he knew.
Yeah, somebody let him know. I think it was my sister. Say, "Hey, just to let you know, big brother's coming.
Yeah,
my brother's coming to see you, but I don't know when."
Right.
Oh.
So I guess he's been waiting. Yeah.
I thought like you guys didn't say nothing, just jumped out the van.
No.
You just went to hug a man.
Yeah.
Are you the oldest?
I'm the oldest of my mom.
Of your mom.
So he has two wives. My other mom, my stepmom.
But you're the oldest here, right? Here in the state?
Yes.
Gotcha. Oh, you the big brother took care of everyone then.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. That's a crazy story, man.
It was a beautiful story, man. To me, it was really, really beautiful.
Yeah,
Very touching.
it's. I'm going back in April.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, this April?
Yeah, just kind of go hang. He's a lot older now. I don't want to miss the opportunity, and I just want to spend as much time as I can with him. You know, it's not like he's sick or anything, but you know, you know, just kind of being around him.
Yeah.
Just getting to know him a little more.
Because you never know what's
Yeah.
going to happen in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is your mom okay with you guys having a relationship now?
No.
Still no?
She doesn't
no?
like it. Yeah, but you know what? She doesn't control that. you
Yeah.
know, and it's my father, and she's very angry that he left, and he left back to the war, and he never
had to go
came
protect.
back.
He had to go protect the
He had to-
country. You know.
He had to go protect the country, and
Yeah.
he was trying at the same time. He was trying to bring our people back to the refugee camp, trying to save them from all the.
He had
Yeah.
a mission.
yeah.
So
So
it had a purpose.
we heard that he was him and his whole platoon was wiped out.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, so my mom's like, okay, then she cried for like a couple months, and she's like, okay, I have to take my 3 kids to a different country for a better opportunity, and I'm glad she did too.
Yeah.
She made the right decision for us.
Yeah.
But she was
It's
still
always
angry.
that man women thing, right? The men had something to do.
Uh-huh.
Like their way of protecting their family is to protect the country,
Yes.
not to let anybody come in. And the women's way is to protect the family kids is to get out of danger, while the men run into the danger and try to stop
right.
it. You know,
Yeah.
so
We all know that we're people of war,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we know what our parents or our people have sacrificed through many
Right.
years, and we all can relate to that. And
Yeah.
at the same time, we're just the same type of people. We need to learn how to love each other and know that we need to change this. Yeah, but yeah.
See, this one thing that I love about the Hmong folks, because ever since we all came here to America, Hmong, I think Hmong is the one that kept their culture together the most. And they didn't get too Americanized right away. Like you were talking about, there's a Hmong court where like if there's anything that happens in the family, instead of, husband, wife dealing with themselves or parents and the kids dealing with themselves, they have a whole tribe, a whole, community to help support each other. Can you get into that a little bit?
So yeah, Hmong people, we have this. It's a double-edged system. It can go bad or it can go good. But I still, I want to be positive, and I, of course, I've never got to sit in there where it's all about me, where they're
you
there
were
for me.
the hot man.
I'm on the hot seat. But I have witnessed it many times, and a lot of time, like if, let's just say a couple that are going through hardship and they want to separate, and the family will come together. Only the groom side,
The groom side.
not the bride side.
Why is that?
Let me explain. Because in our culture, they believe that the groom side, you deal with your husband's side first, and when your husband's side it can't. Don't quote me on this, but when your husband's side can't fix that problem, then we go to the bride side. Okay, so it starts with the groom's the husband's side first.
The man of the house.
And he will bring his, let's just say the leaders of the clan, the uncles and people who are the elders to sit around and talk and try to fix their marriage.
So who decide who's the leader or the elders? Is like every family have their own, or
Yes, every family have their own, and every clan has their own.
So it's like a village, like the elder of the village or whatever it is, right? Oh,
It doesn't have to be the elder, but somebody who has a lot of respect, charisma, who can work with the family.
sound like Silver right there.
So
No.
are you the next elder?
No, I don't want to
You're
be.
telling me you're not next in line right now.
The responsibility is too crazy. It's too heavy.
So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter about age either, then? Huh?
No, it don't.
doesn't matter about age.
No,
Okay.
it could be like a young guy,
Yeah.
but he has a lot of influence.
Influence.
So,
I
or
see.
his choice of words, his temper, everything comes to play, and at the same time, his family tree.
Yeah.
A lot of time it's based on who his father is, who his grandfather is.
I even
back
heard like
then.
even some that are like very smart, like doctors.
Oh, yeah.
You know, even though you're a young doctor, you could still be part of the head of the council.
Yeah.
You know, so that's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Do you
like,
they get voted in then?
Pretty
Or
much.
everybody
yeah.
just recognize, okay,
No,
this is.
they get pretty much voted in.
Or they get voted in.
Nowadays, they do votings.
like
Well, I
actual
think-
ballots?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Wow. I did not know that.
If you follow enough on Hmong stuff, you'll see like every year, every 2 to 3. I think they do 2 or 4 years. I'm not really familiar with that, but they do invite like, okay, so this year we're selecting a new leader to our Vang clan, just for example. We want to invite all the Vangs to come to our gathering and toss your ballot and see who you want. And then they'll have like nominees and stuff like that.
It's like a whole political thing.
Oh yeah.
All politics. Huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, Silver, of all the Hmong cities, which city has the most Hmong population?
Cities
Here in the United States?
United States.
I would say the Twin City area, the
Minnesota.
Minneapolis area.
Minneapolis.
I would say that they're probably the most.
Wow.
It used to be like Fresno, but because of the opportunity work-wise and, a lot of people left.
Wow.
Originally Fresno was like
Number
loaded. Like,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we all came here for farming.
Yeah.
Our parents came here. There was a lot of farming here.
Yeah.
And it was like either Santa Ana, where the general was at,
Yeah.
and everybody wanted to live where the general was living.
Yeah.
And he was in the West Coast. So being in Fresno where they can farm and it's still closer to where the general is at, our parents liked that. But now that the general is not around anymore, a lot of people left. And work is not, you all know, we're from Fresno.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of good work here. So
Right.
they left to Minnesota. And there's a lot of opportunity there. And there's a lot of Hmong people there where there's like thriving business.
Yeah.
You can be a successful multi-million-dollar company just catering to Hmong people.
Yeah.
That's how
That's how big it is.
I've
huh?
seen
Big.
business, like hundreds of business that are in like multi-million level where they all just cater to Hmong families.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
like-
how that's how there's a lot of population there.
Look at Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
The Hmong community is so big over there. He made a movie
Movie
about
out of
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made a movie about it.
Yeah.
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 What was that?
Gran
Torino.
Torino?
Gran
Yeah,
Torino,
Gran
yeah.
Torino.
Gran Torino.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you used to be a chef.
I was.
Used to be a chef. What is your favorite Lao or Hmong food that
Okay,
you enjoy
so-
the most?
Okay, favorite Lao food, I would say papaya. I don't care what anybody think. You
Yeah.
know, papaya salad, and it's something I can eat. I eat it almost every day. I
You
actually
make it yourself?
yeah.
Okay.
I even have my own papaya sauce for a while.
Okay,
You got
we
your
have to
open
try
that
it out.
too.
We're gonna have
Yeah.
to try this out.
Yeah. So next time I'll make some for us. But I guess I would say papaya salad for Lao food. Hmong food would be, I don't know if you guys never had it, but it's called boiled chicken. We call it kaiva.
Okay.
It's just a chicken that's boiled or steamed, and you just you eat it dry and you eat it with pepper. Or
dry and pepper.
Yeah, you can
That's
eat-
the same chicken they use in the wedding, right? Is
Yeah.
that the same?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
kaiva. It's called
Yeah,
kaiva.
or when they do, they break the chicken in half or
Uh-huh.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a chicken.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
How do you cook that? I
Interesting,
mean, is it
man.
like
Yeah.
is
Just
it
boil
just
it.
just boil it? That's
Yeah,
it.
just boil it.
Man,
You
I
just
thought they
boil
had,
with
like-
herbs and stuff, and you
Yeah.
take it out of the broth, and then sometimes you use the broth for soup and stuff, but chicken you eat it dry.
Wow.
It's
Audience,
good.
if you guys like it, comment on our
They're gonna comment.
social
They're gonna
media. I
say
want
yes,
to
yeah,
hear
you
from you
love
guys as
kaiva.
well if you guys like that.
Yeah.
Now, you do a lot of you visit different restaurants and you taste all the food. Is there a distinct difference between Lao and Hmong food? Because to me, it seems like it's kind of similar. A little
It's
bit.
very, very similar. So, Hmong do not have a lot of dishes. I would say not a lot that it's originally like really Hmong food. Hmong food are when you eat Hmong food, it has a touch of Lao, a touch of Thai, a touch of like Chinese food, a
Right.
touch of wherever. Because Hmong people, we migrated from China all the way down to Vietnam, to Laos, to Thai, to
Oh,
America.
so it came. Yeah.
So if
The
you're talking about
regions.
like straight up Hmong food, is like rice with water. I know you guys heard of rice with water.
Oh,
Only
yeah.
Hmong people that eats rice in water,
Right,
right?
right,
And even my friends, they growing up, they'll make fun of me all the time. Like, how do you eat rice in water? That's nasty. I was like, no, it's not.
But is it like the steam rice, or is it like
Steam
a
rice.
sticky rice?
No, not
Steam
sticky
rice.
rice. Steam
It's
rice.
not sticky. It's steam rice.
Steam rice
in
Uh-huh.
water.
Yeah, but make sure the water's cold. You eat it
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I remember moving to Fresno, and like, because when I moved to Fresno, like Asian was Asian.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know there was Hmong. I mean, I knew what Hmong, Cambodian, and stuff were, but I was like, dude, we're all Asian.
Yeah.
Why is there any kind of separation? And in middle school, there were separation between Laos, Cambodian, and Hmongs and stuff. And I remember like some people were like, oh man, Hmong people eat rice and water. I'm like, why are you guys making fun of them? Like, who eats rice and water? And then when I have friends that were Hmong, I went to their house. They actually opened a water bottle and poured it into their rice. I go, oh shit, that's not a joke.
It's not a joke.
I thought they were talking about rice porridge.
I thought it was all the same to me.
Yeah.
You know, Asian people is Asian people.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, they just eat it like that.
So
you know?
So
I
it's
was like-
not rice porridge. Though.
Yeah, because I was
It's not.
telling my friends, I'm like, dude, I eat rice and water too, like, you know, because I eat kapiak all the time. So because that's rice porridge.
It's not
And then-
kapiak.
No,
Not kapiak.
it's straight rice and water. I'm like, what else we eating with this?
That's like comfort food, though, right?
Yeah,
it's
That's
comfort food.
right?
Yeah, and they brought out
You
this
can
little
eat it
dip.
with anything.
Yeah.
Anything. You can eat it with like barbecue chicken. You can eat it with anything. It helps it go down faster.
Digestion.
It's cold. It's nice. It has a nice. I guess farming it plays a big part of it. You know, back then, and very poor, and they don't have much, so they just they can't make a soup. So
Right.
just pour water into the rice, and then dip pepper in a salt, and just eat the pepper for flavor. And
Because
eat the
that's what we
rice.
had was rice and water, and then the pepper. I don't know what kind of pepper. It was dry. It was like smashed. I'm like, this is what we're eating for dinner. I'm like, all right, here we go. But to be fair, like growing up, even though I didn't eat rice and water, but I always had me mama.
Yeah.
That was boiled me mama, and I'll pour it into my rice, and that's the way I used to
yeah,
eat. So it's
the
not
same
that
thing.
much different.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's just the difference is there's not much flavor when you do rice and water. But
Yeah.
me mama, you at least get that sodium
packet.
taste, the flavor of that. Yeah.
You mentioned, excuse my ignorance, but purple rice, Silver.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Does it grow out purple? Well, some of the honest may not know this. Is it actually really
I love that.
purple?
Yeah.
Yes. So
'Cause it's
there-
good.
There's our imitation where they put food coloring to make
Oh, I
it
see.
because they wanted that aroma.
Yeah.
But really, there is they call it moncha, which is like exact translation is blood rice.
Blood rice.
Yeah. So it does grow purple.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
sweet. It's very sweet.
It's sweet.
Yeah, very sweet.
No, I love it.
And
That
it's
and
sticky.
chicken,
Yeah.
bro. It's
Oh, it's
fire,
good.
man.
It's
Yeah,
Mom New Year, I
yeah.
get that every time. You know, it's
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
staple right there,
You never
man.
made purple rice?
No, I never. I never even seen it.
But be careful because sometimes they'll just color it.
They'll
to make
color it, right?
purple.
Yeah. I think you could tell the difference because
You can.
there's some
It's
grains
lighter.
that are black.
Yeah.
thicker.
Black, right?
Yeah.
Thicker
Yeah.
black, and then there's purple. Then so there's different grains inside of that too.
And
yeah.
the smell of it.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
mixed or is
Yeah.
it the same rice?
No, it's the same rice.
It's the same
No, I
rice?
think it's
Yeah.
mixed because when I make it, I mix it.
Well,
Oh,
the
yeah,
texture
you
is
can
also
mix it
different
Because
too.
I
can
use
mix it.
the regular sticky rice and then the Hmong rice and
You can mix
the
it.
purple rice and I soak it in the bath.
Soaking bath. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
It all turn purple.
Yeah, it all turned purple.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I think the grain. You could tell the difference between the grains too. I think.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, and you
From
can
the
taste
dye
it.
one. Yeah.
The texture when you
Yeah.
eat it, it's a little different.
Yeah,
Too.
that's a hit. Purple rice, everybody.
purple
You guys
rice,
got to
man.
go try
Good.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People go to Hmong New Year for purple rice all the time.
Yeah. What
Man,
about Hmong sausage? Like I go to the store and people always go, "Have you ever had Hmong sausage?" I go, "Bro, I'm straight. I don't get it."
It could go either way.
So
I like the Polish sausage, Charles.
I mean, coming from a chef background or culinary background, I've tasted both different. I would say Hmong sausages are more. I've not tried enough Lao sausage, and I noticed you guys don't make it in like a long piece.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's shorter.
It's
Shorter,
shorter,
yeah.
and it's not as greasy. Unless there are some greasy that I
Some,
haven't had,
yeah.
I haven't had it yet.
Yeah.
But the Hmong one are like more. They have a lot of more fat. They cut more of the
Skin?
pig skin into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of herb in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I don't really see a big difference.
Yeah.
Besides a loud person selling it,
And a wrong
more
person. Yeah, because to me, and I always had an issue with like Thai chili pepper. Like, dude, why are you guys putting country's name? We all eat the same shit.
Yeah.
But like growing up, we didn't go, oh, give me the Thai pepper. It's just give me the pepper.
Yeah,
and we just
exactly.
all know what it is.
Yeah.
So like now it's just being marketed to different, like Lao sausage, Hmong sausage, Thai, whatever they have, like pad Thai. Well, pad Thai has always been pad Thai.
Yeah.
But like Thai boat,
Yeah.
like it's always just. I'm like, dude, it's all of our food.
Yeah.
Like, why are we separating this? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Food's supposed to bring us together, not separate us.
Yeah.
I think they're marketing it toward like more like, hey, this is what we remember back then, right? So this is where it came from.
Yeah, where it originated
Where
from.
it originated
I
from.
think
But
that's
who
what
made
it is
who had
more,
that
yeah.
influence on this particular type of food.
And I think it's for us to educate even
Yeah.
people that don't know, like, hey, this all come from the same region. This is called this way.
Yeah.
And so that's
Yeah,
pretty
because
dope. man.
before we didn't notice the difference.
Yeah.
We were just
Yeah.
calling it the same. So now we
Yeah.
kind of want to be distinct. That, okay, yeah, this is, and we want to try each other's
For
food.
sure.
Yeah.
Back then we didn't really eat each other's food. Now we're like, oh, we're coming together and it's
Uh-huh.
bringing us together.
Yeah.
More and more.
More and more.
More, yeah.
Yeah, especially. Even our podcast alone, there's a lot of Hmong podcasters
Yes.
out there now. The
Yes.
No Egg podcast, they're
No
out
Eggs.
of Minnesota.
Minnesota,
There's the other, the group. There's like 116
116.
hotline.
Yeah, they're
There's a group of Hmong
Oklahoma.
girls.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're
they're from
They're from
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. They just reached out
all
to
that
us.
Talk? You guys heard of all that talk? The two Hmong girls?
Oh, that
I think I've seen it.
They're pretty
heard about that
popular,
one.
too.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
one.
so they're all pep on. Like,
Yeah.
wow, this is actually a space. You
Yeah.
know
And
that.
then, Chef Yia has his
Oh,
yeah. You guys seen
Monglish.
him?
We follow. Yep,
Yeah,
Monglish.
yeah,
Monglish.
And we're listening to them because they're
Yeah.
talking about their culture and they're talking about their the issues they grow up with, and I'm learning a lot from them because it's like, oh wow, this is a similar
Very similar
story,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, wow, it's amazing to see stuff
Yeah.
like that happen. We have a voice now.
And then like growing up, like I know Hmong people came here with a chip on their shoulder, like because I don't know.
I think everybody did, bro, because we were
No, especially the
prisoners of war.
Yeah, but like I feel like the Hmong group, they have a bigger chip where they came and they're like, you know what, we're gonna outdo everybody that came here to America, and like it's
free game.
Yeah, the community is so strong. You guys push each other to like become
To excel.
Yeah, to excel, to be like super successful. And I was like, man, if Laos community could be so together like the Hmong community or Cambodian people being together like the way the Hmong people are, we all could succeed together.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then when Hmong tea came out and I started going in there, I was like, wait a second. What's going on here?
Oh, it destroyed your.
It's like, oh man, all that positivity is all gone out the door.
Like they were like my model Asians.
But don't let a small
No,
simple
of course
group
not.
of I would say
Bad apples.
fake
huh?
fake
Fake
accounts.
account. Yeah.
Fake
account.
It's all,
Keyboard warriors let you tell what
It's all
culture
trolls.
is.
It's all
yeah,
trolls.
Yeah.
Because like if you guys didn't have the community, the support for each other, there's no way the Hmong community could be so far ahead of everybody else. Yeah. But then like the Hmong tea is freaking hilarious.
It's funny.
Like,
They'll
have
find
you
all
seen-
kinds of Well, I mean, I don't ever go into it. I just put up a post right before I came here. This weekend, somebody put up a post of me on Hmong tea,
What?
of a picture of me doing this to Sawaidi Fest flyer, and this person, I forgot what they wrote, but it says like he or she wrote, who is this guy? Why does he always support other community and other events and not his own? Something like that. Very similar to that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this guy needs to come follow me because
Yeah.
I support anybody that I'm connected to.
Yeah,
You know, like anybody
Yeah.
that reach out to me. I support everybody. And I go, if you follow me, you know
Yep.
that today I'm at a Thai restaurant. The next day I'm at a Lao restaurant. I'm at a Hmong's, I don't care. I mean,
Yeah.
and I'm just telling to my head when they screenshot, a bunch of people screenshot and send it to me. And I'm like,
Wow.
All right, so this is Mong T.
You have a lot of
You know,
haters.
Charles is gonna get on it after this right now.
They're gonna be on it, right? They're gonna look you up.
So you have a lot of haters within the own community itself too, right?
Yeah,
That's
well,
kind of saying
anybody
Yeah.
should have hate. If you're not
Exactly.
doing well, you're not.
you're not doing
you're not
something
getting
right.
haters.
Yeah.
You're
You're
not-
failing in life, bro.
Yeah, you failing, Charles. Everybody love
Somebody
you.
hate on me, please.
That's true, Charles.
You're not doing
You're
good
not-
enough
You're
yet.
not doing good enough, Charles.
They're
Somebody
still
gotta
cheering
talk
me on
shit
right
about
now.
you.
And now people still cheering me on.
Yeah.
You know, Charles was gonna create Lauti because he didn't have no couldn't figure nothing out.
Wait until you're like super
Talk shit about himself.
Wait until you're super successful and do
Yeah.
all these community work,
Yeah,
and you're making waves. Man,
Yeah.
you're gonna get into Lauti.
yeah. Silver, man, like all the work that you've done, man. What is one of the most the future projects you're looking into? Like you're really excited about? Like, man, I can't wait. Can't wait for this project coming up.
Okay, so it's not official, but I want to share something with you guys because
Okay. Yeah.
I think
Oh.
you guys will be the first.
Oh,
person to
first
hear.
take.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Audience, first take. This video is coming out maybe right
Kinda
before
like Thanksgiving. I think.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
So this is
Thanksgiving
perfect.
or so.
So
We're gonna have
I shouldn't mention the name. I'm not going to mention the name, but I just got a business offer
Nice.
to be one of the owner of this pretty it's a thriving company.
Nice.
And I just sat down with and we just sat down with the owner, and he want me as his partner
Nice.
and
Nice.
to run the whole umbrella of the whole company.
Wow.
So that's the future. I think this is what I've been working on all my life, where somebody give me an opportunity to run my own thing.
Nice.
And of course, I love making other business thrive and grow and help with like all these other festivals, business, but at the end of the day, I forget about myself.
Yeah.
You know, I used to own the only business I had that was successful was my photography business, but it was wearing me out because I need to be present.
Yeah.
You know, in order to make money. So, but with this business opportunity, this person saw me. He's like, "Hey, I've been following you for many, many years, and I cannot see anything negative about you. I've been doing so much research about you and seeing you making all these business grow and helping you with the community. I want to give you this opportunity." And I was in tears. I was like, "Wow."
Wow.
I was like, "Do I need to come up with any money?"
Yeah.
He's like, "No, I need you to be my partner." I was like,
Nice.
but I will announce that public soon once I sign that. We're on an NDA, so I can announce. I mean, I can
Yeah.
share with you guys that I'm working on something, but
Yeah.
not the name yet. But soon you guys are here. It's like, whoa,
So
this is
So
cool.
you share
Are
what
you gonna
type
s-
of business?
Are you gonna stop doing?
No,
what
I
Yeah.
can't
you're
share
doing?
that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that too.
Are
yeah.
you gonna stop doing what you're doing and kind of go toward that route,
So-
or are you gonna be like, "Hey, this is more on my plate that I'm doing"?
So this is long-term process. It might take me I would say a year or two to get it running, to
Nice.
get it to where like how I want it. I know already. So I'm not gonna stop anything that what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna still go full throttle with Sunfest, Yaya, Sabadi Fest, even with Chuchansi. I don't know if you guys know.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm brand ambassador, like the face of Chuchansi.
Right,
So I'm
right.
still gonna represent all these companies. Full throttle, doing everything I do daily until that becomes like where it requires a lot of my time. Then I will step away. But at the same time, I'm bringing a knowledge with all these businesses that I work with. I bring in like pretty much he wants me to focus more on the marketing side.
Sure, sure.
Yeah. So and I've been doing marketing for a
Yeah.
long time, so I know exactly how to. I'm not saying I know everything, but I come from that background to
Background,
help
right.
this company move forward.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, this is a younger company, then.
Yeah, still a younger
Yeah.
company.
Gotcha.
They have a few locations already.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice, dude. Excited for you, man.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I can someday
things.
say I own hopefully multi-million-dollar company,
Yeah.
you know, like yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be there, bro. With you
Yeah.
kind of at the helm, you'll
Yeah.
get there, man.
Yeah,
Because
you'll get
everything
there.
you touch
Yep.
has been successful, bro. Have been very admirable in everything that you've done, and everything you touch has turned into gold. Everything you touch is making movement, is a lot of influence.
Yeah.
And
you for that.
you know, you've done a lot for the community, man, and that's why we kind of want to bring you on, and we want to get your take on how's it back, and how's a guy like you that came from like where we are refugees, what difference in your character that propel you to do these things, and we want to let our audience know, like,
it's inspiring, man.
Yeah, it's inspiring, bro. You inspire
especially
everybody.
when someone, you got a young person watching or someone seeing you on social media saying, I look like that guy. I could be just like that too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's the beauty of influencers or people in the space uplifting each other and seeing from a different lens and saying, like, dude, I got an opportunity to do that, man. This is a free freaking country. I could do whatever I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
So this video will be coming out on Thanksgiving.
Awesome.
I think
What-
Thanksgiving week or the
What-
end of this month.
Silver, what are you thankful for this year? What are you thankful for, man? Or just in general in life? What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for the opportunity that anybody gives me. Growing up, right after college, right into college, I went to college. I did 2 years down in LA, and I had to drop out. So my highest degree is a high school diploma, honestly. So I dropped out of college because my parents separated, and my mom was moving away. I have 8 siblings.
Wow.
And I was the oldest. So my brother called me crying. He said, hey, I need you to come back. Mom is leaving to another state, and dad is going crazy. So I had to move back. I said, screw this. I can, my siblings are more important, and I can go to school later on. Came back, worked 2 jobs, trying to feed 9 small kids. The youngest was 2.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was able to work 2 jobs, feed everybody. I talked about this story all the time on on Facebook, just to kind of motivate people, and a true life story. And I worked so hard just to make sure that all my siblings are taken care of. They get to go to school. They get new clothes. Nobody bullies them. And I never went back to school, but I know that every day there's an opportunity for me. Every day I have a chance, and that opportunity starts with me. I have to get up every day if I want a better life for myself, a better life for the people around me, a better life for my siblings, now my kids. I need to get up and do it. These opportunity, they're knocking every single day. People think like, oh, I'll never get an opportunity. Yes, you do. Your opportunity is your chance to get up and go and, go do it, and stop trying to blame other people.
Yep.
Do it yourself. Go do it and learn it. It doesn't. I'm not afraid to compete with a bachelor degree, a master degree sitting next to me. I bet you if I work harder than you, I will probably get the job before you do. That's how I always see it.
Yeah.
Nowadays, unless it requires to like cut somebody up and stuff, I can't do that. But I mean, like, if you really want to do something, you can do it. Anything is possible.
Wow.
And coming from from my background, I think I can inspire these young folks who say, hey, only Silver can do it. But no, if Silver can do it, just because Silver can do it doesn't mean you can do it too, because you have to believe in yourself first. You have to do it yourself. You have to tell yourself, I can be a role model for you, or I can be an advisor, or you can always reach out to me and say, hey, Silver, when you went through this, how did you overcome this? And I'm always there to answer questions. And a lot of young folks who write to me all the time. And I love it.
Man, that's a lot of things you just unpack right now. And we don't have you here all day, so we definitely want you to come back to give us more stories, because we got a little bit of your background, but this inspirational part, like, I don't want it to just be a cliffhanger at the end. I want to bring you back and give more stories for our audience to know how you overcame all of your struggles. And we heard of all the struggles that you've overcame, but not quite of how you did it. And especially with this new business you're getting into, we want to see a 7-figure Silver sitting here with us and be like, okay, guys, now I'm gonna tell you guys how to make some money. You know what I'm saying?
Give me at least 5 years. I know if I jump on this, I'm a workaholic. So and nobody really slows me down. My wife's like, dude, do you ever slow down? No, I don't. I gotta keep going. But give me 5 years. I'll come back and sit down and say, hey guys, let's do this.
In you that you'll do it way
very
before 5 years.
inspirational.
Let's do this together. together.
You're a natural leader, man. You know, honestly,
thank you.
you're a natural leader.
I don't try
not
to
a
be.
manager,
Yeah.
but you have that natural leadership quality that's gonna pave the way for everyone. That's gonna follow in your, and that's your legacy, bro. Like you're leaving behind a great legacy.
Thank you.
We're kind of running out of time, man. So we want to kind of give you the mic and. Any last words you want to say to the audience, to the people listening to you, to the kids that's struggling, that's like, in that space where they're trying to be there, but they don't see any result. Like anything you want to like kind of instill in them or any
Last words?
Yeah, words of wisdom.
Yeah.
Honestly, anything. Yeah.
Well, first of all, I want to thank all you guys for. I know we've been trying to plan this for a while.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
I think Toby and Charles, I think they've been trying to like bug me, like, hey, bro, like, let's get you on the show. I'm like, but it was during that time where we were like
Super busy.
into Somebody Fest too, and it
Yeah.
was like I was so busy. Now I have a little bit more time, and I want to thank all three of you guys for staying consistent, trying to get at me, making sure I come and sit down with you guys. And I love sitting down and just talk about life stories, true life story, and inspire other people and help each other, because you never know who could be on the other side watching and listening, and one word you say that can change somebody's life.
Yes.
And because a lot of one word has changed my life, and things like this, having a podcast like this helps open the door, helps give people opportunity to see what other people are doing and motivate a lot of people. And I hope this show can help motivate a lot of those who are struggling with life decisions, and even with like small stuff with like high school decisions. I mean, a lot of high school students. I did a what is it called when you go and you talk in front of people? There's a
Public speaking.
Intervene.
Motivation.
Speaker.
Speaker.
There's a
Keynote?
Yeah,
Keynote.
I did one keynote at Fresno State.
Nice.
These high schoolers coming to Fresno State, and they want to hear from like a Hmong guy. And I was like, why would you guys invite me? I didn't finish college. They're like, no. You have no idea how much these young
That's
people
even more
who
reason.
look up to you. So I went up there and I made my speech. And this is exactly not exactly, but this is the message I sent out to them. I said, if you want to succeed, don't ever be lazy. Okay, work really, really hard in whatever you do. Like, let's just say if you got your first job at McDonald's and you're washing dishes, I bet you if you be the best dishwasher there, you're gonna get promoted. And when you do let's just say your job is to wash the to do some other work, but if you can be the best at it, imagine if you can be the best at it, you can be anything. And that's how I live my life. If I want to be the best at something, I want to make sure I work harder than the person next to me or behind me or doing the same thing I'm doing. Just tell yourself that you can do it, and don't let other people put you down. And live your life how you want to live, and just find ways to make yourself happy. I mean, there's so many negativity out there, but if you open your ears and your eyes, there's even more positivity out there. There's so much more. It's just that we only take the negative part and let that eat you up. Like 1,000 people can say, man, Silver, you're awesome, I love following you, but one person said, I hate you, you suck, you don't do this. And if I let that eat me, I forget about these 1,000 people that I can sell my product to, that I can motivate, that all these things, but I let that one negative person, and don't do that. I mean, it's not easy though. It takes time. It takes time to learn how to avoid all these negativity. Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry, I talked too much.
No,
you're good. That's
It's
great.
your time, man. It's your time.
I get so excited when I get to talk and like share ideas with like the young folks,
Yeah.
No, because everything you said is what we want to pass on, and you coming on, we thank you for giving us your time. I know you're a very busy guy. You're everywhere, and we see leadership quality in you, and then it's like, damn, man, like this is somebody that needs to get in front of the people and motivate everyone to unify one another. People like you is really paving the road for everyone. And we thank you for what you do for our community, man, and bridging that gap for everyone.
Right.
You know what I mean?
After 6 months, we finally got him in.
Yeah.
So we're pretty
That's
happy.
right.
We're pretty happy about that.
How can they follow you on social media, man?
Just look up Silver Young. And my other page is Silver Young Studio. And that's when I do a little bit of food reviews. I do community service and pretty much a little bit of everything on there. And then you can look up my personal page, Silver Young.
Okay.
And I'm on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
We
Don't
will
forget
have
to like, subscribe,
subscribe.
Yeah.
follow Silver and us.
Us.
Yeah.
on
We'll
all
have his
platforms.
information on our description too once we post. But yeah, hit him up. All right, leave the comments. Leave the comment for Silver too, because he wants to hear from you guys
I
too.
do.
Yeah,
I want
right.
to hear. Yeah.
We want to hear about the chicken and purple rice. All right.
Yeah.
Y'all, peace out, man.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.